Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today it's one of my replays and I'm in the Okhotnik, a tier 5 Russian destroyer. I'm on map Archipelago. It's a standard battle, but it's pure tier 5, so no carriers, no subs, just some good old-fashioned fun, and maybe a slight amount of seal clubbing. The Okhotnik, my guilty pleasure and my haven of sanity in this madness of a game that it is today. Now we've found a T-22 and it's not going to have a good time. Now I'm slowing down here, maneuvering a little bit, also smoking up. It could have torpedoed me, so I'm hoping to throw off any torps. I'm trying to also angle against where it was, and then I might just be using my smoke to shoot a bit. I'm mostly smoked up because with two cruisers around, there is a reasonable chance that I'm getting shot along. Also, by the way, there's a reasonable chance that those cruisers are trying to torpedo my smoke screen. The question is whether I go from here. Unfortunately, the Agano has retreated a little bit too far for me to shoot it. The New York is behind the island there. But there is a cruiser here that I could sort of YOLO. Well, that's assuming it stays behind this island. Now, of course, you know, it would have a hydro. And quite frankly, we are a little bit early in the game to be YOLOing. Even in a tier 5. Maybe we'll just do this with guns. So I have got armor piercing loaded. I was hoping I could see a broadside when it comes around. I do not. So back to high explosive it is. But you know, I fired that one armor piercing salvo. Because why not? Now it starts to turnish. Yeah, explosive will do the trick. And there we go. That's it's one enemy dealt with. Also rather efficient kill there. I'm only at 6,000 damage. And not all of it was even into that cruiser. Now, meanwhile, the enemy team is just all sitting inside the camp for whatever reason, and our team is sitting behind that island in the one line. You'd almost think this is a high-tier battle with how weirdly ships are positioned. Now, I could try to go after this New York. There just isn't that much New York left. Now, this island here would be ideal to come around in YOLO. But you'd need like a healthier ship for that to be worth my time. By the time, you know, I make it towards New York, it's probably no longer loading. Then again, it could go into cover here, it could heal up a bit. But now I'm just gonna... Oh, set it on fire. Well, that was lucky. And it might not even have a damage con ready. So... Oh, here's the Agano again. I was hoping I would be in concealment again once I'm behind this island. But turns out I'm not, and oh, I got it! Keeping in line with the efficient kills. Well, meanwhile, my plan of using that island as cover has failed. But I'm in concealment again. The last salvo missed. I can repair my engine. And there is a Mestrale coming for our camp. I do have my friend in the Kirov here, so I'm not too concerned. Otherwise, like, it could easily sink this battleship and then just go for the cap. We do have a battleship there as well, and the Chukong and so on. So it's not really that problematic, I guess. So I can instead try to find my next target. And it might just be this Kavur, although I'm afraid it's turning, right? Once again, like, Okhotnik has a very short-range torpedoes. So you need to either ambush stuff, charge stuff, or have ships charge into you. Now when we look here at the minimap and we see the torpedo circle, right, the Kavur is on the edge of it, right? So I'm afraid it's probably just gonna avoid those. And since it's turning away, there's no reason to try anything. Like, running after it and trying to torpedo is probably not gonna work that way. So instead, I'm gonna go for this König next, or the Oh. Well, maybe this torpedoing worked better than expected. It actually turned towards me. So, okay, the König is coming my way. So the König is going to be the next target. I do have the smoke ready, which is perfect. Now I could keep charging. Keep charging in is the safer way to obviously do a YOLO, because like this the König has ways to maneuver and dodge. But of course if I try to charge in, I'm getting shot at by a lot of ships and I most likely won't survive. So we are doing it like this. And you know, who knows if this König will actually try to maneuver, because there isn't an awful lot of maneuvering, is there? Come on, eat it all! I mean, I wasn't even subtle about this. Oh, hello, Kiev. That seems like an easier ship to sink. And, well, somebody was faster. Fair enough. Now, technically I could still get a Kraken. I need 2 more. There are 4 enemies remaining. And... well, there are sort of 2 enemies in front of me, right? The one Omaha here in the back, I'm gonna... well, I could try to shoot it with armor piercing here. Broadside. The Agano is probably gonna get taken out since it's charging the König. But you know what? I'm gonna focus on those 2 ships in front of me, especially that Omaha here that's also broadside and is very close. Now, getting into a gunfight with a cruiser is not necessarily the healthiest kind of thing. It's not really looking my way, but it can traverse its turrets very quickly. But yeah, keep in mind we're low tier, right? So this Omaha doesn't even try to retaliate. Instead, I can just sit here and farm it with high explosive, get some citadels in. Now the other Omaha that's very far away, that one's trying to shoot. But obviously being far away, it has trouble getting its shots in. And I, meanwhile, some citadels. Now, well, we're gonna go after that Congo. So once again, this is going to be slightly obvious, right? I mean, my position is very well known. I was just recently spotted. Obviously, I'm going to go after that Congo, and it's coming around very tightly around this island. Now we shall see what maneuvers it performs. It should sort of expect me to be here, but if I can get close enough, then it won't matter, right? I could just charge around this. No, it is actually coming around. So I could keep going forward, right? But is it? Or is it coming towards me? Well, that would make sense, right? It needs to try to be nose in, so no, wait, it's what is it doing? You know what, I'm very confident here. I'm just gonna launch them all. And then smoke up for good measure, cause why take any retaliation shots? So it's finally made up its mind to turn away, but yeah, that's way too late. Well, there's a high can, there's a Kraken, and there's 100k damage in a tier 5 game. So that leaves just 1 more ship. It's currently outside of my gun range, but that's probably gonna change. Now we shall see, maybe I can get 1 more. Although it is unfortunately sailing behind this island. Maybe I should... oh yeah, there are some citadels, nice, that's a Confederate. Maybe I should have just stayed there. Of course I was detected and was shooting me, and this Omaha has proven in the past that it's actually interested in shooting me. So I went for some evasive maneuvers, but that also brought me behind this island. Now I can come around the other side and shoot it some more, but I'm not even sure if it will survive that long. Never mind, I got my Kraken. Now somebody else can have a kill. So yeah, that was a fun one, as the Okhotnik usually tends to be. And rather effective. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you next time.